Yes.
You are currently the only person in this conference.
Okay, we'll start recording. First of all, I have to add the sheet and the blue button box. No, I'm still uploading it. Yes. Okay. It's gonna be uploaded. So I'll be waiting. Okay. We will open page 5 because we finished page 1, 2, 3, and 4. We finished the first two extracts, so we're gonna answer page 5, the third one. Yeah. Anne and Frank. Okay. This is the title of this short story. It's a comprehension. Okay. Uh, a short one, and I guess it's so easy. So, we will start the story by one day Anne and Frank went to the lake with Rover. Who is Rover? Rover is a dog. Dog, yeah. Rover can swim well, so Frank made him go into the water after a stick. So Rover was chasing a stick. It was like a game between Frank and Rover. Okay, jump, Rover, jump, jump in and get the stick, said Frank. So Frank was talking to Rover and he was playing with him. And into the water Rover went with a big splash. So Rover was splashing the water like psh, psh, psh. Pretty soon he came out with the stick in his mouth. Rover didn't like the game as much as Frank because the water was a little cold. So Rover started to get bored. Okay, Rover started to feel like I don't wanna play such a game. Okay, and Frank as well started to get bored because the water was a little cold. They had a fine time for a while with Rover and then set out for home because it was late in the day. So it started to get late, it started to get darker. So, in order not to still um, to be there till night, they started to go. They decided to go, okay, because it was late in the day. And they couldn't stay long. Okay? On the way home, what happened? Rover ate as fast as he could go. So suddenly, Rover saw a rabbit. And Rover decided to chase the rabbit. And Frank ran too, but couldn't keep up with Rover and the rabbit because Rover was faster than Anne and Frank, and the rabbit was the fastest. Okay? When they got home, Rover was there, and Frank said, "Where is the rabbit, Rover?" Rover gave Frank a funny look and went away. "Oh, I know," said Frank. "The rabbit ran so fast you couldn't catch it." So Frank was kidding with Rover. He knew well that Rover didn't catch the rabbit, but he was just kidding with his dog by asking him such a question. Maybe in order to embarrass him, maybe in order to have fun with him, I don't know, but It's just to play with him, to have fun with him. So Rover was laughing. Why? Because Rover knew well that he couldn't catch the rabbit. Okay? Because the rabbit ran fast. Okay? And Rover wouldn't be able to catch the rabbit. Okay, let us answer the question. It's a funny story, as you see. It's so simple, so short. It's easy to answer its questions. Question number 1. What did Rover chase in the water? Rover chased the stick. So when Rover was in the water, he chased the stick. But when he came out of the water, he chased a rabbit. But in the water, he chased a stick. Why couldn't Rover catch the rabbit? Because the rabbit was faster than it or than him. Look, Rover is a dog. We're supposed to say faster than it or faster than Rover. But sometimes when we are in a story, we we make something like personification. We personify the main character to be as a person. So we deal with the dog as if he is a boy. Sometimes, okay, but not all the time. So here, such case, we can say him or it, okay, because we can personify the dog to be like a person, or to keep it as an animal and say then it, okay. But I prefer to personify the rabbit to be like a human being. Okay, personification here is needed. What might have happened if Anne and Frank stayed later? It might be dangerous. Look, this answer is not typically written in the text, but I prefer to show my opinion and you have to show your opinion. Like, it might be dangerous because if they still there for a late time, maybe it will get darker and started to be dangerous to be back to their home. Okay? So you can write whatever you want. It's your question. It's up to you. But to my opinion, I think it might be dangerous as it was late. Okay? Number 4. How do you think Rover felt about not catching the rabbit? Rover felt sad and disappointed. Okay? Sure, anybody can't catch thing or to reach to his goal, okay, or his target will be sad and disappointed. This is also my opinion and maybe it will be your opinion, but here in the text they didn't mention if he's sad or not.
You are now muted. You are now muted.
Okay, I start. Now we finished the questions, all the questions. Let's move to the next page together. Page 6 on your sheet. As I told you before, don't care about the numbers which appeared on the screen, okay? Because there is a typing mistake on the sheet which appears on the screen. But your sheet, the sheet that you printed or the sheet that you had on the LMS, okay, it's written perfectly. There is no typing mistakes there, so you can check the correct number. The correct number of this page is page 6, okay, not 5. Grammar. Correct the verb between brackets. Okay. It's time to recap on grammar or to remember the grammar sessions, especially the simple past tense. we took the simple past tense a long time ago when we were at school. It was a very simple lesson. It was so easy. It wasn't hard at all. I explained this several times. So I'll revise with you. I hope that you will remember. And I will remind you to revise from your previous sheets the lesson itself, the simple past tense, to revise the irregular verbs, to memorize them by heart, because this will be so important. This section will come in the exam. In the exam, you will find grammar section, vocabulary section, many sections, okay? It will be MCQ or multiple choice, okay? It's supposed to be easy, it's okay. But because this exam it will be like only an evaluation to you, it will not be hard at all, but that doesn't mean, okay, to take it easier. So, okay, I will not study. No, you have to study. You have to study the whole sheet. You have to memorize the grammar lessons well. You have to memorize the irregular verbs by heart. Okay. So here, I will give you a revision on the simple past tense. Grammar. Correct the verb between brackets. Number 1. The Wright brothers fly the first airplane in 1903. Okay. So, just a moment.
Sorry,
What's
what's
happening?
You are currently the only person in this conference.
I don't know why it's disconnected. The audio suddenly disconnected. But I'm back. Okay. So we are on page 5. Okay. Page 6, sorry. We have to remind and memorize the irregular verbs by heart. We have to memorize the simple past tense because it's very important. Okay. Here, as you see, the first sentence, the Wright, correct the verb between brackets, the Wright brothers fly the first airplane in 1903. The past of fly is an irregular verb. So in such case, it will be flew. Flew. Okay? Number 2, I think, I hear a strange sound outside the door 1 minute ago. The past of hear, heard. The past of hear, heard. And here, as you see, my keyword is ago. Do you remember the simple past, irregular, the simple past keywords? Like any old date. Like in the first one, 1903 was an old date. A minute ago, an hour ago, 2 days ago, any ago. So ago is one of the keywords. When I was 10 years old, a long time ago. So all these are keywords. Yesterday, last week, in last year, last summer, last vacation. So all of these are keywords for refer to what? To the simple past tense. So the Wright brothers flew the first airplane in 1903. Number 2, I think I heard a strange sound outside the door 1 minute ago. So the past of hear, heard, because here is one of the irregular verbs. Number 3, when I was 10 years old, I break my arm. Okay, so the past of break, broke. Okay, because break is one of the irregular verbs. Break, broke. Okay, number 4, the police catch but all 3 of the bank robbers last week. Last. So last is one of the keywords. So in such case, I have to know the cash will be caught. And we know well that cash is an irregular verb. So cash will be caught in the simple past tense. Number 5. My sister tried to bake a cake last Saturday. Last Saturday. So it's one of the key words. So the past of try will be tried. But here try is a regular form, an ordinary form, not extraordinary or not strange. So try is ordinary one, ordinary verb, but, or regular verb, not irregular. But try here is ending with y, and we have a rule which says that if the verb is ending with y and before the y there is no vowel, no vowel, I will cross the y and put I, E-D. So, my sister tried to bake a cake last Saturday. Okay? Number 6. We ordered steak and chips at the restaurant yesterday. So, we ordered. This is an ordinary verb ending with or and then we put ed, and that's it. We will put ed. It's very simple. Number 7. I phoned my cousin in Canada 3 days ago. The past of phoned. I will add d only. So you will ask me, Miss, why we added d only, not ed? Because there is an e. So I can't duplicate the e. I can't write phoned. No, it's not like this. It will be phoned. So one e is enough. So what I suppose to add is just a letter d. Okay, to add letter D, I phoned my cousin in Canada 3 days ago. Number 8. The children play on the computer yesterday. So the past of play, played. Here I will put ed on. So you'll ask me, Miss, there is a y. Why you added ed, not ied? Because, my dear, there is a vowel. And we said, if there is no vowel, I will add ied. But if there is a vowel, I will keep the y the same and add ed only. Okay. Here, the second part of the question, write the past simple form of the verbs. We have here irregular verbs, and we want to put these irregular verbs in the past form. Okay. So the past of take, took. Okay, the past of take, took. The past of give, gave. The past of go, went. The past of drink, drank. The past of think, thought. The past of wake, woke. The past of ride, rode. The past of have, had. The past of buy, bought. Look, I know well that all of us have memorized all the past simple irregular forms by heart. And if you forgot, you can revise it several times, no problem. Revise until you keep it by heart. Okay? Because the simple past is coming this time. So you have to study it well. Turn the page, please. We will answer page 7 together. Okay. Write sentences with the words below using the simple past. Here we have incomplete sentences and we have to complete them using the past simple form. Like Rob buy a small car. I'll put the verb buy in the past. So it will be Rob bought a small car because buy is one of the irregular verbs and I must put it in the past. So the past buy, bought. Okay. So Rob bought a small car. Jenny wears a skirt to the party. So Jenny wear, the past of wear, wore a skirt to the party. Number 3. Boys drive cars in the 1980s. Okay, so in such case, boys drove cars in the 1980s. Drove. The past of drive, drove. because it's still irregular. So bought, wore, drove are irregular forms. Number 4, the teacher speak Greek in the lesson. So the teacher spoke Greek in the lesson. Speak will be spoke in the past. So it's still an irregular form. Speak, spoke. Number 5, it will be an ordinary one. It will be a simple one. The past of watch, watched. Okay. The past of watch, watched. This is an ordinary one. It's very easy. So we will add ed only to the verb watch. So you watched TV last night. Number 6, your friends played football yesterday. Your friend played yesterday. It's football yesterday. It's easy, like the previous one. All so number 5, number 6 are ordinary verbs. Okay, so they are so simple. They are regular forms, not irregular. Your mom baked a cake last weekend. Your mom baked a cake last weekend. This is still easy because it's ending with E. So all I have to do to add D only. Number 8, you phoned a friend an hour ago. You phoned a friend an hour ago. So all what we're supposed to do to add D only. Okay. We will move to the next page. Page 8. Okay. Directions. Add the correct suffix to each word below to create a word that matches the meaning given, like able, less, full, and ly. I want to remind you before getting to this paper, okay, I want to remind you with the suffixes in general and prefixes. Do you remember the prefixes that we took in the first quarter and second quarter, or the first semester, if you remember? The prefixes comes from the word pre. Pre means previous, like the preschool. Why we call it preschool? Because it's before the school. Okay, so pre like before. So when I add a prefix, it will be before the word. I will add a set of letters before the word itself, before the root word. Why we call it the root word? Because the root is the most important part in the plant. So the same here. The root is the very important part, like the main word. Okay? So when I add a prefix to the root, it means I add something before it to the root in order to change the whole meaning. The prefix, it could be one letter, more, 2 or 3, okay, or a word, but it's supposed to be added before the root word. Okay. How about the suffix? It will be after the word, after the root word, in order to change its meaning. To make it more clear, I will explain it oral, not written. So you don't have to look on the sheet now, but you have to listen to me. For example, if I have the word happy and I want to add a prefix to it, it will be unhappy. It gives me the opposite meaning. Happy means that I'm happy, I'm fine, I'm happy. But if I'm sad, it will be unhappy. So when I added the prefix un, it gives me the opposite meaning. Unhappy means that I'm sad. Okay? Okay, how about adding the suffix ly to happy? It will be happily. Means I'm completely happy. So the suffix changes the meaning, and the prefix, it changes the meaning as well. Both of them are changing the meaning. Okay? Okay. For example, if I'm saying care, careless. Care means I care, like I care, like I take care of something. Like when I'm careless, I don't take care of anything. Okay, so I'm careless. Okay, so this is the opposite of the word itself. So when we added the suffix less, all the meaning has changed. Okay, here we will go through this in details. We will open page 8 together to answer. But here we will focus on the suffixes, not the prefixes. Why? Because we took before the prefixes. It was in the first 2 quarters. So during this quarter or the next semester, I want to focus more on the suffixes. Okay, and we will be back to both of them later, but I want to focus during this quarter on the suffixes, not the prefixes. Suffixes are important here, and most probably they will come in the exam. Okay, so for example, if I have the root word thought, the meaning of it without thought, so it will be thoughtless. If I added the suffix less, it will be thoughtless. I will read the head of the question first to make it more clear. Directions: add the correct suffix to each word below to create a word that matches the meaning given: able, less, full, or leave. So the root word here, thought, the meaning without thought, so it will be thoughtless. The next one, complete, a state of being complete, completely. Hope, full of hope, hopeful. Bend, able to bend, bendable. Lone, in a lone way, lonely, so we added ly. Heart, without heart, it will be heartless. So pay attention, heartless. Okay, I added the suffix less. Home, without home, homeless. Care, full of care, careful. Care, lack of care, careless. Okay, and the last one, bad, go bad, badly. So as you see here, the suffix, when it's added, it changes the meaning of the word completely. Okay, from a word to another word, from a meaning to another meaning. Like, do you see careful and careless? The same root word care, but the difference, when I add it full, it gives me a meaning, careful, like a picky person who is careful about every detail, okay? But the careless person, the person who doesn't care at all. Okay, so another meaning, a completely another meaning. Okay. Okay, I'll stop on this part during this session, and we will continue during the next session. I don't have to say every session that you have to study the revision sheet well, the 3rd quarter revision sheet well. You have to prepare yourself for the exam. You have to prepare yourself to answer on every single detail. Okay. And I have to end up the session now. I hope it will be fine. I hope everything will go okay with you during the exam. The exam will be easy. It will be a multiple choice exam. It will be online. It's just an evaluation to your level, educational level, especially for the last time, the last quarter. Don't feel with panic. Don't feel bad. Try to have a self-confidence while you answer the exam. The exam will not take more than 1 hour. The duration is 1 hour, but I'm sure that you're gonna answer in 5 or 10 minutes maximum, because it will be easy. It will be like a piece of cake. I hope you will be able to answer it well. I hope that you will be able to get high mark. So I have to end up this session until I go to the next session. Thank you for watching the video. Have a nice time.